Guys, you must subscribe to his channel now.
1995, आंखों में बसे हो तुम. School boy Sid Kannan in Lucknow. 2022, grown up Sid Kannan, hopefully in Mumbai with Sonali Bendre. तालियों की गूंज. Really?
When you meet your crush yet again.
Yet again, no, you do this. अभी मेरे साथ करो, ऐसे करो. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I tell her this all the time that everybody has a crush on you.
Guys, stop embarrassing me. Come on.
अरे ऐसे क्यों बड़ी क्यों?
Yeah,
और इनका ये मेंटल, अरे यार इतने सालों से मैं सुन रही हूँ, तुम लोग नया कुछ बताओ.
नहीं, वो नहीं है. मैं सोच रही हूँ कि इतने साल हो गए फिर भी याद है. Well, that's nice, but
जैसे मैं कह रहा था इंटरव्यू से पहले,
It's embarrassing.
वो है आपका पोस्टर दीवार पे चिपकाया हम लोग ने गम के साथ ऐसे ऐसे करके. So you are there always here and here.
at home or in dorm.
No, home.
So पेंट निकला तो डांट पड़ी या नहीं पड़ी?
नहीं रे, बिकॉज़ हम लोग वापस चिपका देते हैं यार.
इसे कवर करने के लिए और एक पोस्टर आ जाता है.
Absolutely, with approval of parents and everyone as well. जब तुम्हें पता चला कि तुम सोनाली बेंद्रे के साथ हो, तुम क्या थोड़ी ऐसे हो गई भावुक कि क्या हो रहा है, या फिर तुम बोली वाओ और विसल करने लगी?
पहले तो मैं फैन थी और अभी दोस्त हूँ और फैन भी हूँ.
तो माने इसको पैसे मत दो इस शो के लिए बाबा, इनको सारे
ऐसे
फैन.
मैंने बिल्कुल नहीं बोला.
हाँ.
क्योंकि अभी फैन हो अच्छे लोगों के साथ काम रहे तो पैसे क्यों लेना, राइट?
तो क्यों नहीं?
हाँ.
फिर भी
I love the way she's protective.
जरूर.
Yeah, she absolutely is.
श्रेया को पैसे मिलने चाहिए यार.
Of course.
You know, it's like आप obviously एक न्यूज़ पर्सनालिटी प्ले करती हैं, इनके पास बहुत इंटेग्रिटी है, वैल्यूज है, राइट?
I don't know.
Maybe there's a twist.
आप देखोगे तब जानोगे.
Okay, but what am I presume right now? ठीक है, आपने कितना इंटेग्रिटी को इंपॉर्टेंस दिया इन योर करियर एज वेल. समटाइम्स मैंने सुना है कहानियां कि लोग कहते हैं यार स्क्रिप्ट चाहे जैसे भी हो, पैसे अच्छे तो मैं करूंगा या करूंगी.
Yeah, बिल्कुल. That was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, that's what
I needed the money.
Huh?
I needed the money. I needed to pay the rent. मुझे अगले बिल भरने थे, so I needed it. My family was going through tough times, and मैं accidentally इस लाइन में आई इसलिए हूँ कि मैं पैसे बनाऊँ. So that was my choice at that time.
My God, I didn't know this. Really,
Yeah.
तो कभी कभार आप कोई स्क्रिप्ट देखती थी जहाँ बोलती थी ये मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, फिर आपने सोचा ट्रिंग ट्रिंग.
बहुत बार सोचा कि ये मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, और फिर मैंने सोचा कि लेकिन वो चेक कब आ रहा है. हाँ ठीक है, चलो कोई बात नहीं, कर लो, घर जाओ, मूव ऑन फ्रॉम देयर. और बहुत सारी फिल्में हैं. इनफैक्ट मोस्ट ऑफ माय आई हैव नेवर सीन देम आल्सो बिकॉज़ यू कुडंट वॉच इट.
यार आई लव दिस fearless lady. ताली बजाओ. आई लाइक दिस. गिव मी अ हाई फाइव ऑन दिस वन. बट मुझे बताओ, जब वो सीन्स आप इनैक्ट करती थी, राइट? आज के जमाने में टर्मिनोलॉजी है क्रिंज मोमेंट्स. क्रिंज माने हो जाता है. आपको भी क्रिंज होता था जब आप करती थी वो?
यार जब यू हैव टू पे द बिल्स एंड द रेंट ना, क्रिंज कुछ नहीं होता है, क्योंकि वो क्रिंज जो होगा जब आप भर नहीं पाओगे रेंट और घर नहीं होगा, उससे बड़ा क्रिंज कुछ नहीं होता है. सो दैट इज अ सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट एंड यू हैव टू डू व्हाट यू.
कैन आई टेल यू, आज 27 years later, दिल से बोल रहा हूँ, you've answered all my queries in one shot. Because gorgeous lady, right? And a good actress too. We all know that. फिर हम लोग सोचते थे उस जमाने में कि यार सोनाली ये फिल्म क्यों कर रही है, क्यों कर रही है? We used to ask ourselves, I swear on God, what is this lady doing this? Because she's all that it has to be the superstar. And now we know there was so much of emotional decisions.
Also it is like I said, there's a rent to pay and everything. और कई बार it's okay कि वो इतना great जैसे आपने कहा रोल नहीं था, लेकिन कोई गॉडफादर भी नहीं था और ना चाहिए था. सो इफ आई हैड टू चूज बिटवीन द टू, आई वुड रादर डू द क्रिंज एंड टेक माई पे चेक होम.
क्या बात. पर जब आप बिना गॉडफादर के करती थी, इट्स लॉट मोर हार्ड वर्क, इट्स लॉट मोर ग्रिलिंग एंड ड्रिलिंग सिचुएशंस दैट कम. कभी आपको लगा यार कि काश मेरे पास गॉडफादर होता तो थोड़ा आसान हो जाता?
यार कई बार not just that godfather bit, but कई बार ऐसे लगा कि यार इतनी मेहनत कर रही हूँ, बट आई कांट थिंक ऑफ बाइंग दिस कार. ये लोग इतनी फटाफट गाड़ियाँ, फ्लैट्स कैसे कर लेते हैं? फिर पता भी चल गया कैसे कर लेते हैं, और फिर सोचा कि नहीं यार भैया, नहीं है वही बेटर है.
कैसे पता चला?
टाइम टेल्स यू एवरीथिंग. Time shows gives you all the answers.
श्रेया, आप भी, मैंने आपका फिल्मोग्राफी देखा है, 2012 पहला आपका प्रोजेक्ट था, बट आई सीन इवन ऑन द बिग स्क्रीन, जो इट्स वेरी इजी, सब लोग मुंह फटे से बोलते यार सचिन की डॉटर, सुप्रिया जी की डॉटर, आसान होगा, पापा जी फोन, बट इट्स नॉट बीइंग इजी फॉर यू आल्सो बाबा.
No, and also actually लोग ऐसे नहीं बोलते in my context because they've seen my journey. I have not been on the covers of magazine before my film's release. You know what I'm saying? तो लोगों ने वो मेहनत देखी है, and thankfully मेरे केस में कभी वो word nepotism का यूज नहीं किया गया है, because genuinely हर चीज़ मुझे उसी मेहनत से मिली है, ना ही किसी फ़ोन कॉल से. बहुत चीज़ें नहीं मिली हैं, और जो भी मिली है लिटरली 98% of the things that I have got has been through auditions, and I think the audience is able to identify that. तो मुझे कुछ बोलने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है.
And I know that. In fact, now जितने आप रियल होते हैं, ऑडियंस सेंस कर लेता है.
Absolutely.
वो ज़माना गया जब 4 लोग आपके इर्द गिर्द होते थे, जो शायद आई कुड बी रॉन्ग 80s और 90s में वो करता. आप हैं तो बाहर आई सर, 4 लोग आपके आजू बाजू होते थे. But you come from a time जब 90s में journalism was very very sharp. एक दो मैगजीन हुआ करती थी, कवर में इसका लिंक अप, उसका लिंक अप ऐसे डाल देते, एंड इट वाज वेरी वेरी कटिंग एज. Were you hurt at that times जब वो?
Of course, but that's part of growing up, I think, and you develop a sort of a thick skin.
Was it easy letting go of those deadly headlines जो आते थे उस जमाने? Was it easy letting go because obviously you don't have someone to reach out to, right? आप थोड़ी किसी को बोलेंगे अच्छा पापा जी 10 साल पहले आप पे आर्टिकल आया था तो आपने कैसे हैंडल किया? You don't have those people advising you, right? कैसे किया आपने?
Somebody hurt me, so you just kind of cut that off, and I would say कि मुझे नहीं बात करनी है इनके साथ, जो होगा देखेंगे. So in a sense, while wanting something, there's always been a certain fearlessness, and if you ask me where it came from, I don't know. I think it's just that, I think Shriya will understand that as a Maharashtrian. There's a certain thing, I mean it's not right to say as a Maharashtrian, I think it's a very middle class upbringing that I've had, where it's very important when I come home, I'm not treated like a star. I have to do certain things, and I'm responsible for my actions, and I don't want my parents to be ashamed of me.
Values,
and
it comes down to values.
It comes down to values. My parents are very clear that your reputation is something that is the most important thing. Once you lose it, you cannot regain it, and it's very hard to build up.
Okay, I know you've gone through a lot of imperfect situations.
All of us have.
All of us. Yes, that's why we relate to you so much. That's why मैं कहता हूँ कि सोनाली बेंद्रे 2022 में बहुत relatable है, because आप openly बात करती हैं. There's the new generation like her who's also very open. अगर मैं बोलूँ, if you look back, flashback in life, जो 2-3 बहुत ही imperfect situations हो गए, it could have been career wise, it could have been personal life, I leave that to you. जो आपने बोला ये आए थे, मुझे लगी मेरी वाट लग गई है, but I bounced back. वो क्या था?
It's been so long, I don't want to really get into names and people. I just don't believe that. But like you said, there have been many times when I have been, movies that I've been signed for have gone to other people eventually. And I've come to know once it's been on the floor that, oh, I'm no longer a part of it. And because there is somebody else who's recommended and said that, we need this person to be in. So suddenly there is nobody recommending you, you're out of it. So, and you can do better, and that you have it in you to do a certain amount, and you're not going to get that chance. So it all comes down to the same thing. You're hurt, then you kind of pick yourself up and you say, okay, so this is the situation, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit and mope about it, or am I going to say, okay, let me pick out what is best in it and move on? And that's what I did at that point. That's what I understood, and that's what I did. And looking back at it, I think that was the best thing I did, because so many of them who replaced me at that point, you don't even know their names anymore. But I'm here. So I think karma is great, and it always, life is a full circle, and it always, what you give around comes around.
Give me a fist pump for this. ऐसे और ऐसे तो नहीं, ऐसे करके ऐसे करेंगे, क्या बात है?
I think this is just a bit done now.
बहुत हो गया, फिर next नया
थोड़ा सा cringe.
देखो मैं विदित नहीं हूँ यार, मैं विदित नहीं हूँ.
You think I am विदित?
लोग मुझे विदित, जैसे मुझे अभी तक समझ नहीं आता कमबख्तों कि भाई ये मिलेनियल Z, Gen Z, Gen X, मुझे अभी तक समझ नहीं आता है।
हाँ, मुझे भी वो हायरार्की अभी तक नहीं समझ में आती।
It's a state of mind, let's just say.
मुझे बस A, B, C, D to Z आता है, बस और कुछ नहीं आता है। But you know, I'm so glad that when you talk to me right now, I can feel that you're so light in the head as well. And that's because every time a tough situation comes, you've handled it very well to what you thought was.
I mean, you never thought it was well. Now when you look back, you say that that was well handled. So it's on hindsight. At that time, it was not at all so easy.
कि आपको पता नहीं था, यानी कि कोई आपको इन्फॉर्म नहीं करता था कि आप फिल्म से बाहर हो।
जी,
माने घर में बैठे आप तैयार हो,
आप प्रिपेयर हो रहे हो, आपकी वो डेटें ब्लॉक्ड हैं और आप कह रहे हो कि अरे कल से मैं जा रही हूँ, ये मेरा शूटिंग
रख ली है या जो भी है।
लाइंस लिखे जाते थे सेट पे, तो वो तो मिलते नहीं थे हमको, लेकिन हाँ, तो हाँ रेडी हो रहे हैं, कल से हम इधर जा रहे हैं ऐसा, एंड देन सडनली यू रियलाइज कि यार ये तो शूटिंग शुरू हो चुकी है 2 दिन पहले से और हमको तो बताया नहीं गया, कोई और कर रहा है रोल। तो ये बहुत बार हो चुका है।
But these things have also changed now. I think accountability for these aspects, you know, I think इतना भी casually अभी hopefully नहीं लिया जाता कि actors को inform नहीं किया जाता है।
Yeah, actually because you know it will come out and become such a big news. Because उस टाइम पे जैसे आपने कहा 2-3 magazines थे, 2-3 papers थे, तो जो भी वो उसको control करता था, they could control everything.
Right.
तो आप बोलोगे तो भी किसको बोलोगे? You know, so that was the zone of it.
कॉमन मैन इज ऑल्सो लाइक अ न्यूज एजेंसी।
बिल्कुल,
गलती से भी आदमी ने खुदा ना खास्ता कोई एक्टर ने नच भी कर दिया किसी को, बोला अरे धकेल दिया इन्होंने, गौर से देखो, इट बिकम्स ऑल दैट यार, यू नो। सोनाली की तरह क्या तुम्हारे साथ भी कभी हुआ है व्हेन यू बीन आउट ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट और तुमने न्यूज में पढ़ा कि आई एम आउट ऑफ दिस?
I feel like today things are much more professional now, so like the proper casting directors do not do that. बट कई बार ऐसे हुए हैं एक्सपीरियंसेस जहाँ पे क्लैरिटी नहीं मिलती, तो यू आर लाइक प्रेइंग फॉर इट कि हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, हाउ माय स्टार्स लाइक एट द मोमेंट।
It's like me, I wanted something to work out, I actually stood on my leg like this once.
Really?
Someone told me 1 मिनट खड़ा रहेगा भाई, ऊपर वाला सुन लेगा।
हुआ?
बैलेंस नहीं हो, 3 बार गिर गया। प्रोजेक्ट मिल गया।
वो चीज हाँ चलो, तो कोशिश की
हो गई। You know, मैं अभिषेक बच्चन से बात कर रहा था couple of months back, and I asked him, what is that one headline which you read about yourself जो उस वक्त तुमने कहा why was this written, it hurt you, it upset you, it could have done anything, but later on you said thank God you wrote this bloody headline, ठीक है? उनका headline था a magazine which I will tell you later after this interview said 0 number 1 to Abhishek Bachchan on the cover.
Oh, that's so mean.
Yeah, and it was very mean, but it motivated him to be the 2022 Abhishek Bachchan. कोई हेडलाइन आपके साथ हुआ, शायद आपको राइट ऑफ कर दिया या कुछ और, जो आपने रखा दिमाग में, and then you say thank you for writing this in your heart?
I think I won't be able to point out a headline to you, पर कई बार it's been about personal life के बारे में बहुत बार बोला गया है. They've always said that my relationship with Goldie, when we started seeing each other and all of that also, it was you know कि अभी ये खत्म हो जाएगा. This, you know, there is no money here now, that it's going to get over, because Goldie was going through a very tough time, and you know he had his losses, some things had not worked out, and they were convinced, and not just newspapers and all that, my co-actors were very convinced that this is not going to end. अब क्या होगा, on the set saying कि अब तो उसकी तो picture नहीं चली, what are you going to do? I've gone through that. I said, यार ये नहीं चली, कुछ और चल जाएगी, नहीं चलेगी, कुछ और हो जाएगा. I mean, you know, are you in a relationship because the film is going to work, or because what a big film he is making? Then that's not the right reason to be in a relationship, I think. And so, but this was told to me on my face all the time, and touch wood, you know, so far so good, and we're going strong, and so something actually fell into place for us. But these things happen.
How many years आपका और गोल्डी का भी bond हो चुका है?
So I thought it was 19 years, and he just pointed it out to me that it's the 20th year.
Oh, congratulations!
Happy anniversary to you, happy 20th to you. Wonderful. In fact, I love the way आप दोनों एक दूसरे को बहुत appreciate करते हैं. He's been there with you through all your tough times, and vice versa as well. जब आप
But isn't that what life is about?
Absolutely. In fact, जब आप कह रहे थे कि कोई एक्टर्स या पीपल सेट्स पे बोलते थे ये तो नहीं टिकने वाला है, वो मुंह पे बोलते थे कि पीठ पीछे बोलते थे?
मुंह पे भी बोला है.
What are you saying when you're walking? They used
कि
to
बस
say
अभी हो गया, खत्म, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, you should move on.
I think that's very, very bad. Whoever said that, I hope they realize that. You must have been very hurt at that time, huh?
Yeah.
अभी हम लोग 20th एनिवर्सरी कर रहे हैं, जब आप 30 साल बाद एक और बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट करेंगी, and when I'll be my young self still, I'll be interviewing you and we'll be celebrating your 50th also here.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then 75th also.
Yeah.
And then you'll be teaching me new moves like this shak, which is or something like that, right? I've taken one quote, like I said, poster boy moments thing, but I've taken a quote when you were going through your health issues. You said something very nice, which I use in my personal life too. I laughed at it, I laughed with it, I continue to laugh at it. That's such a beautiful way to look at tough situations. Did that thought just come? Or again, because of experiences of what you've gone through in life, when you had that health issue, you come up with this philosophy?
But you know, the thing is that we did genuinely, I did laugh through it. I mean, I was in New York for my treatment, and I think I had a blast. Other than the chemo part, it was a great holiday. So I said, you know what, I'm spending so much money living here, I'm going to make the most of it.
That is such
and
a
so I did that, yeah.
way.
So and we realized that we could, and it was bearable, and you could go through it because you were, you know, you laughed through it. So you have to find reasons to laugh through something, and if you can laugh, it just becomes easier.
Quickly, what comes to your mind when I say Shah Rukh Khan?
English Babu Desi mein was
Anything
a movie
else?
that I
What do you
did.
think you admire about his personality?
I think I've said what I want to say.
Okay. Amir Khan,
Sarfarosh.
Salman Khan.
हम साथ साथ हैं.
One thing that motivates you every day of your life.
I did films with not just the Khans, with other actors also, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, any other actor that you've really
No,
learned
I
a lot
wouldn't
from?
want to
Okay.
name it. You will name them. If you do, then I'll say it.
Ajay.
Just pointing it out. Most number of films.
Wow. And,
See, you get different answers when you take different routes.
wow. On that note, thank you so much for showing us endless possibilities. Talia, Shriya,
Yeah.
और Sonali के लिए.
So this was like a therapeutic interview.
Yeah, really,
Like a
really.
motivational
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah, why not? Every word counts, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Why waste your
absolutely.
bullshit all the time,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Sonali.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, Shriya. Thank you.
Yeah.